The Mindcrack Recap. If you guys want to help the content producers, read the description, find the Mindcrack guys, and like, favorite, and subscribe to them, not me. I want to thank the people who told me they would like to see more, and supported me because last week was a test run, so thanks again. Hello YouTube, this is a place where you can catch up on any project the Mindcrack guys are doing that you may have missed, this week on the Mindcrack server. It's a small week for Adlington as he runs around his place for a bit telling us about his new home in Canada. Anders has an interesting set of videos this week where he gets the gift of rails from Doc, dies in one of the funniest deaths I've seen in a while, and shows off his mushroom farm. He talks about DayZ while he's at it. In response to complaints, he finishes his roof, talks about why people may not like him, and I don't see how that's quite possible, Anders. You're so nice. He also answers your questions in a video where he plays Tribes Ascension. And if that wasn't enough, he visits Paul's place and gets confused by everything and spends some time with Redstone creating a melon farm. He also is trying to promote his Battlefield videos this week, so check them out if you can. Baz starts on a crazy farm project that's all complicated redstone and mob mechanics. I'm way too stupid to understand it, and I'm starting to see a trend here. In all actuality though, if you're a fan of redstone and grand builds, go check this one out. When not building huge things on the server, Baz is helping Good and Beef move a AFK pause into the sky. B00 has a busy week this week, as Kaizo Caverns is still going on. B-Dub starts a project making an adventure map, and is filming the whole thing. He also has a jam-packed episode where he works on the arena, enchants a buttload of tools, helps the gyms with the river by blowing it up with TNT, enchants some more things to give to Zisto, and makes him the zombie pigman within. So for Kurt J. Mack's 40% milestone video, he somehow passes astronaut training and goes to the moon with Beef and Kurt to drive a rover and fix some couplers. Back on the Mindcrack server, he takes a look at Jim's River again as he talks about Iron Golems and Diablo as he works on the arena. He also steals a strength potion, which we all saw. He also gets an obsidian shower as a return gift from Zisto. He does even more building on the server and gives us a tour of Arcus' place in the spawn town. And on a side note, he teaches us the logic of note blocks in a tutorial video while making a lovely tune, if I don't say so myself. Doc is at it again with the flying boat glitch that he uses to get to a chest. Doc pitches his Minecon trip in France to the rest of the guys who have wives and girlfriends who are not thinking about going. He also talks about his knee and how it's affecting him. I hope that works out for you, Doc. In another video, he talks about his RAM getting fried and how that relates to the world. He also gets to talk about his job and the struggles that come with it. All while building on his treehouse. If you can call it a treehouse anymore, it's more like a tree village. He also gets to talk with that gorgeous fellow B-Dubs about various things. If you ever need to auto-hide a workbench, he has that covered in a video where he tutorials how to do it. On his 100th episode, he fights mobs thanks to his mob sorting system. Etho works more on his slime farm and it's coming along great. He gets pranked by Zisto, making his base more flat and block-like, while adding some natural lighting in the mix by adding in some lava. Knowing Zisto, there's gotta be lava in these pranks. He then pulls out his inner psychopath to make MC Gamerus and Nebris fight each other in hopes of not getting killed by Etho. MC Gamer and Nebris try to take Etho out on MC Gamer's livestream, but fail when he kills them all with ease. On his single-player LP, he finishes one project that I was excited about, by creating an army of silverfish to help him mine. He also goes back to the Mindcrack server as he works on his dual blaze spawner and makes it all neat and tidy. Good takes some time off to deal with the death in the family and talks about that and somehow gets off topic to talk about cat AIDS as he tours his village and the arena. Good starts his new 404 challenge on the last ultra hardcore map. On an off topic note, I give Good my condolences as a fellow North Carolinian on the passing of his uncle. I know I'm not the only one that thanks Good for setting up an amazing server that we're entertained day in and day out by. Thanks, Good. Justify gives us an update in his video called Update, and gives us an idea of what he's going to do. Says his next big project is going to be working in Spawn. For Kurt's 40% milestone video, he goes to the moon in Moonbase Alpha with B-Dubs and Beef. He inserts his hose into the proper coupling, if you get what I'm saying. If you don't, ask your parents. He talks about getting a tattoo in a Farlands or Bust episode. Kurt, I want a tattoo too. Maybe we can get one together. I'm thinking an Indeed on my left thigh. MC Gamer tells us his internet went out and he gets the money to get it back in a few hours. MC, if you really need something, let us know. we got your back. The Ultimate Miner continues with Season 2. The premiere episode is Doc vs. Etho in a Red Stoner showdown. He puts out a promo for Zeldathon. Be sure to get ready for that. He also puts out a Race for Diamond episode with Yoshida Mario, the creator of the series, and does not run into any Lapis at all. He also succumbs to the demands of Etho and kills poor Arcus. He also works on his palace and installs an auto melon farm. Just a question for you guys, do you want me to mention the Good Morning Mindcracks that MC does? 7 videos, every recap is a lot for me. A weird start for a Milby video as he starts out on the roof of the Nether and gets greeted by Zisto with a shovel. He also tries to hunt for redstone, finding 2 dungeons along the way. He then maps out the land around his base and looks for a new place to build his new house. He also does his best impression of a creeper I've ever heard.
Wandered in, was like, oh hey, what's going on? I got some redstone, I want to come see. Wow! Shabam!
He also goes on the lookout for a new base because, well, he's a sheep and sheep can't stay still. Milby is actually making a real house and finds that odd. He also finds speedrunning odd and pro fighting odd. Odd Milby is odd. He then builds his base and answers your emails. Michael starts on a cool light project running lights up and down the street as he builds a new day-night sensor to control both his lighthouse and the street lights he sets up. He also builds a power station house and revamps his storage room. He then works on his treehouse and makes it look really cool. After that, he starts to layer his farms that he's planning while he plays with his pig friend. Michael also does a cool in real life video where he flies around the Black Hills. Cool video, go check that one out. It's also a little loud, so please check your volume before watching. Don't say I didn't warn you. Nebris hasn't put anything out but Cobblehaters, but that makes me think he's up to something big, so cross your fingers. Go watch Cobblehaters though, it's a very good series. Packrat comes out with more Cobblehaters and explains his T3 project. This will spoil a T3 project for you, so be warned. Pauls reads some mail in real life and gets some cash. He talks about the reason he has long hair and does a live question and answer on Twitter. He does that while building stuff. He gets tiny pranked by Arcus and talks about lying and truths. They say that my recap is the best thing they've ever seen on YouTube. He also talks about moving and shitty neighborhoods. He starts his playthrough of the DayZ mod for Arma, MineZ, which is a DayZ mod for Minecraft, and Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Back on the server, he reads your mail and talks about being a child and being scared while he works on a zombie fortress. I wonder what those two have in common. Pyro returns after his exams to get back into full swing. He builds a tree farm and explores an abandoned mine shaft. He also wants ideas for pranks, so let him know. He builds a huge part of his base for animals and finishes his chicken farm. He also works on his single-player world, doing the same thing but with an outdoor barn. Shri works on his expansion of the slime farm and does some work around his base. He also makes a lock system, which works with minecarts. Beef starts out his week pranking an AFK pause by making him fly. Beef then gives himself a break on the castle by starting a jungle boating village. He then goes to the moon with B-Dubs and Kurt for Kurt's 40% milestone video. He then has an hour-long video of him getting villagers into the village. He also shows some lost footage of DayZ with Paws and Badge. Beef loses a villager, then gets a huge explosion of villagers. Like a whole 7 villagers. He also puts up another Steve versus Steve. He also gets to play around some on the Minecraft DayZ mod called MineZ. Zisto has a bunch of pranking to do this week as he pranks Beef, Etho, and Gift pranks B-Dubs. Zisto turns Beef Castle into a more sugary land, and Etho gets to see the ugly side of OCD when he gets his base redone by Zisto to make it all nice and pretty. He also constructs a huge shower outside the arena so he can give B-Dubs his leftover obsidian. He channels his inner OCD for his storage room, showing off his test world and proving planning is what makes his builds amazing. He also does some Terria and kills a skeleton. A flying arm skeleton with laser and bombs. This game has changed from what I remember it as. This has been the Mindcrack Recap with uisdead. Tune in next time and remember to like, favorite, and subscribe to the Mindcrackers. See you next time.